Hey, what's going on? It's a stream I had in April or May 2023, and I called it The Escape. So I'm standing in the kitchen in the house I was living in at the time. Actually, no, it wasn't the house I was living in at the time. It was the previous house I was living in. So I'm standing in the kitchen. There's a bird cage right in the middle of the kitchen. Definitely not supposed to be there. Um, And I'm standing there when the dream started. I got my hands balled up in my sleeves, and there's a yellow bird holding on to my right fist, like holding on to my clothing, holding on to the sleeve at the end of my arm. And when the dream started, I was trying to put this bird inside of its cage. So I had my hand in the cage, bird was on the end of my hand. I was trying to use the inside of the cage to kind of lightly, you know, apply pressure to the bird or whatever to get it to let go of my sleeve and grab onto the cage instead. So I was trying to put the bird away. And then as I was doing that, it got upset and it bent over. It bent like over, directly over, and put its feet in between its legs, and it pecked the heck out of my finger with a beak stab. Like it hurt. It drew blood too. So as soon as that happened, I was even more worried about getting this bird off of my arm and into its cage so that I could, clean up this bloody mess that it just created, and it kind of hurt. So I wanted to deal with that. So now I'm trying a little bit more aggressively to get it off of my arm and get it back into its cage. So now I'm kind of like trying to shake it, like roughly shake it off or kind of fling it from my arm, into its cage, and then I could shut the door. But as I roughly started to try and shake this thing off, it didn't let go. And then this all happened so fast too, this whole dream. And then in the dream, the sliding door to the kitchen opened so the dog could go in or out or whatever. And the second that happened, that bird flew out the tiny crack. It flew off my arm, out of the cage, out of the crack of the door. And the second that happened, I said out loud, and I don't ever speak out loud in my dreams. When I'm speaking out loud in my dreams, it's because these dreams are from God. But I said, oh no, Heather's going to be pissed. And Heather's my sister. So, yeah, that's the dream. Not a...
I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound